Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to get Facebook data manually using oauth2. In today's lesson, I'm not gonna share what oauth2 is and how oauth2 works, because there are already a bunch of resources online you can reference to. In today's lesson, I will bring the oauth2 into practice to get Facebook data by simply sending 3 HTTP requests. Okay, let's get started. To get Facebook data manually, there are 2 steps. The first step is you need to create and configure a Facebook developed app. The second, you need to send 3 HTTP requests manually. Okay, let's get started step by step. First, let's create a Facebook developer app. Go to this website and click Login using your Facebook account. Once you log in successfully, click the My Apps tab. You will go to here. You will see a black page. Click App button. Create your first Facebook developer app. Here there are several types you can choose from. Select one of them. In fact, each type stands for a list of permissions you have for Facebook. In this demo, I just simply choose consumer type by default. And here, type the name of whatever name you can input for your app. For example, test demo, and input your email address. For the business account, let's leave it as default. Click App button. Input your password if necessary. Click Submit. Okay, your app was created successfully. Let's install Facebook Login product. Select click Setup button. Here we will see 4 guidelines telling you how to integrate Facebook Login function. In this demo, we don't need to we don't need to go through the one of the guidelines. Let's navigate Setting Basic tab. In this tab, we will see some details about your newly Facebook app. 2 details are important, which are app ID and app secret, which will be used later on. And click Facebook Login Setting tab. Input a valid URL. Here the URL is typically the URL of your application. In this demo, I will use the Google website for simplicity. Okay. If you have a URL for your application, type your own URL here and click Save button. Okay. That's it. We've done the creation and the configuration for Facebook developed app. The second step is send 3 HTTP requests. I've given you the template of this request. I will copy this template into my notebook. Okay, you see that in this template, 3 templates, there are several placeholders: your app ID, your direct URL, and the secret, your app, your grad code, and your tag. Don't worry if you don't understand them. For the placeholder of your app ID, which is actually the value of app ID of your newly created developer app. Let's use this value to replace the first placeholder here. The second placeholder, your direct URL, which is actually the value you typed here. Yeah, the Google website. If you want to use your website, if you want to use the website of your application, you can type the website here and then replace the second placeholder with your own website. Please make sure the value of redirect URL is exactly the same as the value you input here. Otherwise, you will fail to get what you want. For the scope, the value is actually the list of permissions for Facebook. What's a permission? Permissions typically stands for a list of information you can get from Facebook. Take the public profiles as example. Let's take a look at the document. Official documentation. According to the official documentation, you can see that the public profile actually stands for a list of user information you can get from Facebook, which are ID, first name, last name, middle name, name format, picture, and short name. And the permission, email permission, is actually the email only. Okay, the first request we've finished. So let's send it in our web browser. I'm using Chrome. You can use any browser at your will. Click continue. You can see that I'm redirected back to a Google website. Notice the parameters appended behind the google.com. Let's copy the value of code and replace. Yeah, we forget here. Replace your grad code with the value of the code you just got. And for the secret of your application, which is actually the app secret. Let's copy it and replace it. Okay, the second request is completed. Let's copy it into browser. You will get a JSON string returned. I copy it into my notebook. It's long. And copy the value of access token. Sorry, the value is a little long. And replace your token placeholder with that value, with the token value. Okay. And for the fields, which is actually stands for what you want to get from Facebook, the list of the value is typically is a sub list of the details of permissions. Okay, our third request is finished. Let's copy it into browser to see what happened, what will return. Okay, you can see that Facebook returns me a JSON string which contains the ID, name, first name, last name, and email. Okay, that's it. Thank you, everyone.